A lot of people pointing out that Michael Jackson had a huge head start being part of the Jackson 5. A conversation we were having before the break is whether or not Poundcake's very opposed to the idea that Taylor Swift could even come within striking distance of Michael Jackson's popularity if she was around at the same time. And I was simply saying that, like, those are two, you're talking night and day with respect to how people get their music, how they interact with their fans or whatever.
It's the closest thing that I've seen since Michael Jackson, for sure.
Yes, correct.
Her popularity is
all the more impressive
insane
because of how things are now.
Right.
Right? I don't know how much. I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I can appreciate what she's doing. I assume she gets a ton of radio play. But, I mean, that's not even a barrier if you don't, obviously, to that anymore. Yeah, so, yeah, she's doing things that nobody else is doing. And you wonder, as impressed as you might be by it, irrespective of if you're a fan, you got to respect the moxie. Oh, yeah. But also you kind of got to wonder, how long does this happen? I mean, I think it happens or has happened longer than a lot of other people would have thought. Well, it's 10 plus years after.
It's the fact that it just keeps building.
Yeah.
Rather than plateauing. Like, it doesn't seem to plateau. She keeps adding new fans and gaining in popularity, which is what is so impressive about it.
It's getting very sexy in here, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
We're kind of playing with our lighting structures today.
Yeah, we got new lights in here, and
a little pound cake back in the tree, and.
But you're so. I can't get mine to. Like,
I think
a little white.
I was gonna say, I think yours maybe is too close to you.
I don't know.
Because I can't put it on my monitor, which I was going to do. Because unless we stick it. Maybe if we affix it or something.
We'll just hold it there just to see if you back it up a little bit, if I get a little less.
I mean.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah.
We'll work with it. I'm also trying to learn how to actually get into the software on these cameras, because once we can do that, then we'll be able to.
Make ourselves super sexy.
Yeah,
we can paint ourselves to look any way we want.
Then people be like, "Oh, hey, it's actually worth watching the live stream."
Hey, look at that!
Look how good
look at the filters. You guys are so smooth, and
you got those big eyes and the weird mouth.
Yeah, you guys look like Frozen characters. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. If you want to leave us voicemails, you can. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, this is Johnny calling. Just letting you know that when I was going out to get some Thanksgiving biddles, I went out in public in my sweatpants. Oh, my God, it was wonderful. I was so comfy and cozy. You should try it sometime. Thanks.
It's great.
Will you attend Thanksgiving dinner?
I would expect nothing less from a guy who referred to his dinner as vittles, that he's out there in his sweatpants in public.
So have you figured out your Thanksgiving with the two families? Your family, after your dad's passed away, they've broken into two parts. Your brother's having a Thanksgiving and your mom's having one.
It sounds like it's going to be one Thanksgiving.
Okay, they got it together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I knew they would.
I'm glad they were able to mend those fences.
I knew it wasn't even that. I think it was just they were. My brother's like, we'll do the after party at my house, but
there you go.
Right. When I knew that was when it was going to be, but my family has a habit of cluing me in at the 11th hour. And I'm like, guys, I don't live up the street. I can't just change my plans. You got to let me know ahead of time. I got to get hotel rooms and I got to do a whole thing. So I got to get, tickets for other stuff we're going to do with the little one and whatever. I did pull out a pair of sweatpants that Gwen had gotten me a while ago. She got me these baggy tie-dye sweatpants. She probably got them for like $2 or something, right? And I go, I'm going to wear those after I get my vasectomy. So last weekend, when I was out on Friday getting snipped, and then I was expected to just lay around all weekend, which I did for the most part. We went out Saturday night, but other than that, I was laying around watching TV. And I had those sweatpants on all weekend long because they give you a jock strap.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to keep your...
That's Poundcake's favorite.
Yeah! You got to keep your stuff high and tight after this procedure. They don't want them hanging.
Dangling.
Right. So
Just dangling.
So
Swangin'.
they give you, and I had to dig to see if I had any briefs. I wear boxer briefs, and I was like, I don't, because she goes, wear the jock strap if you have, I don't have tidy whities, but I did find a couple of novelty pairs of briefs that Gwen had gotten me years ago too. So I go, okay, I'll just rotate these. I'll wear them over the jock strap, and then I'll put on the sweatpants, which is how I spent last weekend, in these baggy tie-dye sweatpants. And I felt like a scumbag in my own home in those.
You are so weird.
We have a massive...
You're home and you feel weird.
In the hallway outside one of the bathrooms, we have this massive mirror, and I would see myself, and I would stand there. And granted, I have been laying around all weekend, so it's like my hair's a mess, I'm just wearing a T-shirt, and I'm wearing these baggy sweatpants. And I'm looking at myself going, this is how some people go out in public.
Yeah. And it's great.
And I don't care how comfy.
Freed of those
whatever
constraints that you're putting on yourself because
people
you're
act
worried
like
about
they're,
how you look.
People act like they're physical chains that are on them when they say constraints. Constraints.
These societal constraints.
It's not a constraint.
Free yourself. Live your life.
You know what's a constraint? Is tying yourself to being slovenly. That's a constraint.
No, it's freedom.
I'm
bro.
not going to put on a different pair of pants because I'm already comfortable.
It's freedom.
What?
Once you let go of these societal requirements that you've created in your own brain, you will be free.
No.
And not until then.
No. I'm happy.
Part of the 4 agreements.
Very, very happy. So you might have been able to maybe convince me otherwise. But after looking at myself in those sweatpants, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm in my own house, and this is awful. Awful. So, yeah, while you're out getting your vittles, listen, you do you, man. I get it. The worst thing anybody can be now is uncomfortable. Everybody's comfortabling themselves to death. So, yes, by all means. But I wasn't going to spend the weekend seeing how much my testicles could withstand. I needed to keep them high and tight. So I wore that all weekend long, and then I tossed the strap in the garbage. And then Tuesday, I think I switched back into the boxer briefs. So things are coming, they're moving at a proper pace.
Also,
yes.
Speaking of briefs,
yes,
I also knew I was losing weight because there was a pair of briefs that I love to wear. Those are some of my F me draws. Like I only put them on.
Like briefs, like tidy whites.
Yeah, but they showcase everything. It shows my package. It pushes.
You know, boxer briefs showcase your package.
But these ones, okay,
he likes
I'm
them?
a gay man, and the tighter the better, and they push up my butt just so. And I saw those in the back of my dresser, and I haven't worn them in like, I don't know, 3 years, since like 2019, since Pride. And I looked at them, I was like, do you dare? I was like,
do you dare?
It was like the light was flickering and the wind was blowing. I was like, do you dare? And I grabbed them. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try them on. And then I dropped everything. I put them on. I was like, oh, they're magical. They fit. And it was just like, all right, I'm not going back to being fat again. This is awesome. My briefs, like they fit. So that was just a moment.
Alan, you could really dress up those baggy sweatpants with some Reeboks with the strap. Yes.
I can send you a link.
I give that big booty a slap is what I'm going to do. Alan at the store in sweatpants. I smell polar blast punishment.
Alan has to...
That's
polar blast
not
punishment. Alan has to wear sweatpants everywhere he goes for a year.
A year? Yeah. That's not a punishment for a lot of people, by the way, but it would be for me.
Right.
A year. Oh. Alan, I like you, and I've been pretty much listening since day one in Cleveland, but Bill is right. You're a weird dude. Listen, and
I'm a weird dude.
I would argue if I could.
You're
right. I mean, yes, I have a lot of unpopular opinions, but they are mine, and it's how I feel. By the way, what do I care what you think if you've been pretty much listening since day one, all right? I want every single day since December 16th, 2009. Every day, pretty much. Fair weather friend. You have some really weird effing views. Okay, weird to you. But right as rain to me. And I'm not telling you I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, no thanks. You want to go to the Walmart and find me in a place that huge? I'll be the guy not wearing sweatpants. Just point your eyes down, and in a sea of sweatpants, you're going to see jeans and palladiums, and that's how you know you found AC.
Sea of sweatpants. AC wears jeans.
That's right. Me and Brett Favre in Wranglers.
Got the U shape so it doesn't cut your nuts. Down where your nuts hang.
Down where your nuts hang. I need you to cut them a little bit wider. And
what? Me some real lightweight slacks. Make these.
Now, he didn't say sweatpants. I want you to cut me some sweatpants.
Yes.
Y'all made me some real lightweight slacks. Make these a half-inch bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least an inch longer. My money and my knife and everything fall out. Wait just a minute. Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight because they cut me under there. Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends around under my.
Who was he talking to?
Bunghole.
He was talking to his tailor, the White House tailor.
But it was no, it was like a specific brand.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was a brand.
LBJ.
I want to say it was like, oh, man.
Because he was a president. He's like, hey, I want a bunch of these pants. Is that what it was? Hagar? Order some Hagar pants.
Yeah. Okay. How have they not used that as their commercial forever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hagar, we won't cut you down where your nuts hang. Thanks to President Johnson.
That makes clothes? Yes, sir. We're all together.
Let me give you this money and I'll play the whole, because I just take that clip, but it's a long call. Chance to go fund yourself. Listen, right here, $1,000. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword deposit at WMMS.com. That's deposit. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Some real lightweight slacks he just made up on his own, sent to me 3 or 4 months ago. It's
Now, I don't know, by the way, I've never heard this whole thing. I don't know if they're expletives. He was a Texas boy after all. He was a pride of Stonewall. So I'll dump it if he does, but.
Kind of a light brown and a light green, rather soft green and soft brown. And they're real lightweight. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear. I want a couple, maybe 3 of the light brown, kind of a almost powder color, like powder on a lady's face. Then there was some green, and then maybe some other light pair if you had a blue in that. Or
imagine if you could just pick up the phone, call the CEO of any company, and go, hey, could you
make me these exact pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call the head of Nike
and
I go, hey, get those kids working double time. Yeah. Make me some Jordan 4s.
I need some size 13s.
Right.
Pronto.
Didn't the new Jordans drop today or something?
There's a special one, the Amanier. It's like a designer collaboration.
Okay.
Those 4s came out today. I did not get them. And then Saturday, the Lost and Found Chicago 1s, which is like the iconic red Jordan 1.
Yeah.
Those come out, and I'm hoping to get those. There's a lot of stock, so it shouldn't be too hard to grab those.
Or black. I'd have 1 blue and 1 black. I need about 6 pairs to wear around in the evening when I come in from work. And I need they're about a ½ inch too tight in the waist. Do you recall the exact size? I just wanted to be sure we get them right for you. No, I don't know. You all just guessed at them. I think so, but wouldn't you have the measurements there? We'll find them for you. Hello. Hello. Now, the pockets, when you sit down in a chair, the knife and your money comes out, so I needed at least another inch in the pockets. Yeah. Now, Another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang.
I like how he specified that to a guy who makes pants for a living.
Right.
You know the crotch where your crotch, sir?
Crotch. What are you talking about?
Crotch, where your nuts hang.
Oh,
crotch.
the crotch. where
I
your
thought you
nuts
meant of a
hang.
tree.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. There are no nuts on a tree. Oh, maybe there are.
Sometimes.
There are tree nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there, because they cut me. It's just like riding a wire fence. These are almost the best.
It's like riding a wire fence back in Stonewall when I was a little boy.
That's hilarious.
Anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So leave me, you never do have much margin there. Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole. All right, then. So I can let it out there if I need to.
So, all right, let me take notes here. The presidential bunghole will be, it'll be fine. I'll get those for you.
You know what wouldn't cut him down where his nuts hang? Or where he wouldn't have to add an extra half inch in the waist? Sweatpants. That's what he wanted.
I'm gonna need when
what
I
he
gain a
wanted
little
was
weight.
sweatpants.
Well, he's the president of the United States.
Yeah, but he also
Leader of the free world,
He
not the
also
leader of the free ball.
talks about his nuts getting cut and a bunghole, and he's talking about a carrot. He's not a fancy man.
Money and a knife.
Yeah.
You can take me, but you cannot take my bunghole.
Now, be sure you got the best zippers in them. These are good that I have. And if you get those to me, I would sure be grateful. Where would you like to send, please? White House.
The White House.
Where would you like them sent? White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Do you imagine if he called and the guy the whole time didn't know he was talking to the president?
Right.
What's your delivery address? 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Is that Delaware? Where? Washington, District of Columbia.
Care of who?
My name is Lyndon. I'll spell that for you because there's a Y in there. It's a little tricky. You know what? Just put it attention bunghole, and it'll come right to me.
You can take me, but you cannot take my bunghole.
Yeah. So the scrotum service will pick it right up from you. It'll be fine.
I don't guess there's any chance of getting a very lightweight shirt, sports shirt, to go with that slack, is there? That same color?
Now the sleeves, down where my nuts hang on the shirts, I have arm nuts. Did I tell you that? That's why I always wear long sleeve shirts. You'll never see me in a polo top, son. The goddamn president. I gotta take a break. You want to text 35192. AlanCoxShow.com is where you can watch if you like. It's looking sexy in here. And listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.